Man, that was a good sleep. I slept so long it's nighttime now. Jesus Christ. How'd I get over here anyway? Well, uh, let's see if we can just walk back over home. No, it's so far away. I need to find a bonfire that works. So that I can just teleport away from this forsaken land. Last time, we defeated the gods, the only remaining gods of this town. Ornstein and Smo, Biggie and Smalls, and Drake and Josh, you know, the brothers, golden armor. What the heck are we supposed to do now, huh? 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 Well, oh, the bridge is out. Who put the bridge back? Oh, gotta go in here. Do the stupid ledge stuff again. Someone was messing around this town while I was asleep. Is it you, Mr. White Guardian guy? Or you, perfectly exact clone of Mr. White Guardian guy? That's not my problem. I don't care about those fools. Today's we're gonna have a nice, happy stream, happy recording session. No worries, no problems, no mistakes. And if we got some mistakes, well, don't worry about it. Let's not worry about why my soul little ball was right there. That's not your problem. Not my. Oh, that's okay. He just helped me get where I was going anyways. Thanks, buddy. What a good game. So relaxing. You know, nothing bad ever happens. You get stabbed in the back, but you don't really die a lot when that happens. Just a little bit. Actually, it kind of feels good. I think he might have relieved some tension in my third vertebra. What a bruh. Pretty sure that's what the definition of a bruh is. This guy helps out your vertebra. Heh heh. Heh. Huh? Is it stuck? Oh no, it's just... it's having a lazy evening too. The moon's out here in Anne Orlando, city of the bright gods, and... you know, that's okay. That's okay. I think we need to turn it a little bit. Now the bridge is set. It is fixed. Hooray. So, we already conquered this castle. You know, not really much left to do here. We could upgrade our weapons and stuff, but I'm just gonna be using the Zweihander because, you know, everything else is just can't be bothered, you know? Look at this place, it's all dark now. And the giants, I think they went home. Everyone just went home for the day. I'm the only one here. Hello? 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 Echo! Echo! Echo. Kinda creepy here at night. And someone came around and fixed all the pillars after I fought Ornstein and Smo. That's pretty nice of them. Get it ready for the next adventure. It's gonna come around and have the ball down here. Pow. Well, as far as I remember, last time we got this bowl, and in terms of the storyline, what we gotta do next is take the bowl over to the hungry snake Frampt, who will eat some cereal out of it. Here's a important professional tipazoid. Wait a second. Let's see if the giant titty lady's gone. Did she go to bed? Yeah, she went home too. I wonder how she got out of here. That door is too small. Anyway, the cereal bowl of destiny opens up with the ability to warp, which means we can teleport all around the world now. Hooray! Hooray! So let's head back down to the old Firelink Shrine. We got a couple of things to do there. Remember, we have the soul of the nice spirit lady from there. Bonfire's dead. Aww. But we could fix that here in a bit. Let's talk to Mr.
Damn.
Sadboy.
That stench. And I was really beginning to like it here.
Stench.
Maybe it's time I do something about it.
Turns out that the snakeman smells really bad. Hey man, it's not his fault. He's been living in like this stagnant water for 1,000 years. So this girl who died here, and remember we killed the Goldenman who stole her soul? We're just gonna put it back. Ba 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 ba. And now she returns in a cloud of salt.
Thank you. I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper.
Okay.
But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend.
Not sure exactly how it's impure.
Forgive me.
Sure.
I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be.
So,
I wish not to speak.
she couldn't speak before we revived her, and now she can. Which implies that her tongue had been cut out before. And now that she has been revived, it was revived alongside her. She can talk now. I wonder why her tongue was cut out. Sounds like she feels bad about it.
Forgive me. I am. Please, leave. I wish.
Maybe she cut out her own tongue. Oh well. Not my problem. I'm only here to save lives and also kill a lot of people. Which may be contradictory. But that's also not my problem. Well, hey. What is my problem is that this bonfire is now fixed. Excelente. We have the magician's men's here. Big Hat Logan's here too.
As I'm afraid that you are. The basic framework is. Oh, do not fret. Life isn't. Don't frown with regret. Peer forward.
Poor guy. He just wants to teach us magic, but we're too dumb. Wait, let's see what this other guy says about Big Hat Logan. He was looking for him, what?
I was waiting to tell you. And he tells me that he had... Well, we are both in... He's just over there.
Cool. Got the fire guy here. We really haven't spent much into fire. So maybe the next couple billion souls I get... Actually, I do have some stuff that will give me some souls. Let's upgrade our fire stuff by using these items down here. Here we go. Soul of a hero. What'll this give me? 10,000 souls is not bad. The only problem is that this game is poorly made. So we have to use each one individually. And you get a lot of these. One thing you can do is you can set them to your bar here. So you can kind of hotkey them. We won't use that many because it's kind of slow. Yep. 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 more. There we go. That's a decent amount of souls to spend on you, buddy.
Why? Tell me about it.
Sure, I'll tell you about it.
Thank you. I'm still an able pirate. I mean, you're dead.
Oh, cool. We told him about where we got our lava pyromancy, which we haven't used yet, so I guess you're not familiar with it, but let's see what we can buy from him. Fire orb. I guess it's a stronger, like, fireball. I think combustion is just like a flamethrower in your hand, which sucks. I believe iron flesh just increases your armor, makes you slow down. Pyromancy of Karamina, who harness the power of the flame to actualize the inner self. Iron flesh boosts defense and resilience. So somehow, I guess it warms your heart and makes you more stronger, more defensy. But you slow down. Flash sweat reduces the fire damage you take because you're sweating so hard. So apparently Carmina seems to have been a person who figured out how to use pyromancy to buff herself a bunch, which is pretty cool, a little bit of lore. Of course there's a fireball, which I thought we already know. So he doesn't sell like a whole lot of stuff, but I believe that after he goes down to the Great Swamp, because I told him about this shit, he starts to be able to do better. So one thing we can do is spend all our cash money on this pyromancy flame. So we're just gonna upgrade the heck out of it. And so it'll do lots of DMGs. And I think it can be upgraded 25 times, or maybe only 15 like normal weapons.
Goodbye then.
I don't know. Costs a heck of a lot, but not a bad way to spend your souls. Hey, Frampty. Can you fall down here? Pretty sure you can. Pretty sure you can.
Heavens! You have done it! You have retrieved the Lord Vessel.
Yeah, dude.
After 1,000 years, it is you.
No, it only took me one
It
day.
is really you. Roar.
Frampt, you're spooking me out here.
Forgive me.
Yes.
I really should calm
Please
down.
do calm down,
Now,
Frampt.
let us take that vessel on a journey.
Oh yeah?
Assume that you
Adventure?
are ready. Now, be still.
What do you mean? Frampt? What do you mean? What the fuck? Alright. Frampt's taking me down to his Frampt cave. Which this is like double weird. Cause like we went down and now he's upside down. So presumably we went like
This
past
is the
his body
final
and further down.
for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
You see how there's all these roots here. My guess is that this is somehow like an incredibly deep center of the earth sort of situation. But hey, you know, whatever. Here's like this weird stump thing. Yeah, I'll put your cereal bowl down. Okay, there's no way that fit in my pocket, Frampt. Why the shit was it in there? And it got bigger even. Oni does not understand. And now it just is on fire. Never mind, it's on laser. What the fuck is going on? The reason I say this is because it really don't make no sense. For some reason, having this bowl down destroys these barriers. Which is very, you know, this game boasts incredibly deep lore. Why the fuck would this bowl get rid of those barriers, huh? That doesn't make any sense. The barriers were erected by individual gods to protect themselves. This bowl allows people to put together the souls of gods and make it into a fire. And it opens this door. How? Oh, how exactly was that set up? Maybe the barriers were set up by the person who also set up this door. And so this acts as a key for both. I don't know. I do not know. Here's another question. What the heck are those? Are there just a bunch of bowls down here? Couldn't we use one of those bowls? I mean, they're not as pretty as this one. And there's a stairwell here. Maybe, is there an elevator I could have used for oh shit. Whoops. Well, you know, the story's so bad it made me want to kill myself. What the ever heck. Framp, take me back down there. Take me back, I want my...
I am pleased.
Take me...
Very well. Then
This is not warping for Framp. This is just... organic elevator. Which actually sounds pretty terrifying. Organivator.
as to achieve your commensurate, scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the four kings of New Londo, who inherited, and Lord Gwyn's former, all of their souls.
Yep. So we have to...
Are you ready? Then we shall
Take me out of here. So we have to feed the bowl with the souls of gods to make it powerful enough to open the door. And conveniently, the bowl opened the ways to the souls of those gods that we can kill so we could get the souls. It's all pretty convoluted, Framptykins. So, we have 4 choices. 4 gods. Seath the Scaleless, Magic Man. The 4 kings, Darknessmen. And Nito, the Grave Lord, and the Lost Witch of Izalith. I want to do the 4 kings last because I suck at the 4 kings. Second to last, I think, will be I think second to last will be, we can do these in any order. Second to last will be I think second to last will be the Witch of Izalith. It doesn't really matter how strong you are for that, but it's convenient that we have lots of strength and health for it, because the zone itself is a bit rough. So second, which is worse, Nito or Seath? I guess we'll do Seath first and then Nito, because Nito's place is full of kind of rough stuff. But first, we do have a couple things I want to take care of. A couple things that we should take care of. Number one, we're gonna go back to the stuff. Oh yeah, this guy's pals left him. Wonder what happened with him, huh? I don't want to talk to him because he's a dork. I don't care. We're gonna go back to the Undead Asylum. Take me, elevator. Take me to the land where I belong. Yeah, the rolling is much easier than jumping here. Birdo. Oh, Birdo. That Birdo's gonna take us back. This is where we go back. So, let's see. Last night I had a pretty nice dream. Yesterday night, I'll give you the quick rundown of the dream I had yesterday night. Yesterday night, I was in this giant, really old stone and metal and glass university. It was a very large square building, maybe like 1,000 feet long and 500 or 600 feet wide, and it was at least 9 or 10 stories tall. And the stories were big stories. You know, large arches all over the place made of stone. Stone old enough to be all gray, because who's going to power wash indoors? And who's going to power wash out of doors? Now that we're back at the Undead Asylum, things have changed. There seems to be many more accursed undead here who have arrived and who have hollowed out without even leaving here. Possibly they're people who got here after me, and therefore they're not granted even the possibility of being a chosen undead, which is sad. It's a sad thing. So what's the deal down here? Well, I'll tell you this for free. We don't want to step in the middle here. You see kind of how it's like all busted up and stuff? It's really busted. More busted than you can imagine. And we're gonna want to sit down here at this here bonfire before we, you know, get heckin' slamma-jammed. We're also gonna wanna... Oh! Hey! No kill! Give me the pyromancy in my handy. I don't know if having an upgraded hand improves power within. I doubt it. Whoa! Whoa, you got me with this little foot. So this guy's kind of rough. Jeez. Let's get further away and get a good sip in. Oh. Man, his weapons consistently got longer range than I expected to. Alright, well, soundly defeated. I concede to you. Luckily, we can just try again. We can just try again. I can't be hollowed out. I have... Oh. Well. I do wish that this guy wouldn't start us off with half HP. I think that's cheap. I will tell you, the trick to this guy is sitting... Oh, he hasn't even noticed us. He like lost me. Cool. Alright, so I'm power within. Shield on my back. See if we can't spook him. Oh! He did the fire explosion. He's gonna do it again. It doesn't do amazing damage, but it's got a big AoE. Alright, Mr. Demonman, we need to get behind you. Oh, stupid fire explosion. Alright, Demon Man. I missed. Whoops. Let me get behind you. Hit your foot. Hit your tail. Yeah. This boss, as long as you get him, you stay in his butt region, you're doing alright. And don't let him hit you with any of these fire explosions. He has a lot of health, but we have a good weapon. It's almost let us get him down already. Oh! Danger, danger! Alright, I think one more hit'll do him. Yay! So, I was in this super big university, and down below, there's, you know, like 100 feet down, because I was on the 8th story or more than that. There was a big grass field where all of the other students, people who I know from when I was a kid, were celebrating the end of term. People were talking, there was music, speeches going around, and lots of food. And some bells rung, telling people they should come inside. Come inside to come to these sets of big computers that were set up all around every floor, all around the building. Usually people would go to their classrooms, their homerooms, I guess, and they were checking their grades, the final grades they got for the semester. And as everyone got settled in, and people started checking their grades, here, you see where we are now? This is the demon that was in jail. The jailer demon, if you will. And we're almost back to the beginning of the game. As people started checking their grades, the unthinkable happened. These giant CRT monitors opened up, and black, heavy turrets came out and automatically shot anyone who didn't have good enough grades. It was a heckin' massacre, y'all. It was terrifying. I know thousands of people died. I, myself, didn't go in immediately to look at my grades. I thought to myself, why would I go in when everyone else does? I stayed on the veranda of this 8th floor, looking down onto the field and watching people funnel in. And when I started hearing the shooting and screaming, I started to see the people funnel out, but turrets on the outside of the building got them folk too. Luckily, where I was, there weren't really any turrets. Not on the 8th floor on the veranda, because they just wanted to make sure they didn't let anyone escape. Not so much kill everyone. Turns out that this is orchestrated by some sort of horrifying religious cult led by a very tall, wrinkled man who didn't seem very human. His skin is really dark gray. It's almost dusty. A darker gray than the buildings. Actually, come to think of it, the buildings were much like the structure is a lot like this, except it wasn't bricks. It was made of solid cement. There's that thick sort of cement that has, you can kind of see little splotches of darker parts and little bubbles. Oh, I forgot this guy was here too. He's weak from the fact that our weapon is gigantic. What does he give us this time? The crush shield. A very good one. Oh, the boulder got put back and it got me again. Ah! I didn't remember that there was a boulder there again. So yeah. I figure I gotta get the heck out of here. This place is full of murder. And I did see the religious men walking around the fields outside, watching people get shot. The turrets were sort of indiscriminate. They would hit mobs of people, so that sometimes people with good grades would get shot. But I guess that's their fault for... I think the idea was that because they were friends with the people who had bad grades, they deserved to get killed too. I don't know. I don't know, but it was pretty terrifying. The big religious man, he... if memory serves, he actually kind of looked like the wizard guy from Thanos' group in the new Avengers movie. Not quite sure. And he had a couple of big burly guys with him, just like that one did. They had these huge weapons. Big slabs of metal. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got scared there. Oh, we gotta go all the way back to get that item. Anyway. Big slabs of metal with rusty, jagged edges. The weapons they were carrying, you know, at some point they must have looked like actual weapons, but they had been used for so long, hitting walls and people, that they're closer to just clubs than having any sort of real edge to them. But they were rusty and sharp. The metal splintered and cracked and broken from so many years of use and poor maintenance that maybe it was even more dangerous than it was originally. Definitely it was more dangerous to the user. But the user, he was both of these guys, these giant burly guys, yes, they had lots of muscle and they were taller than the religious man himself, who was covered in this layers and layers of what was probably once really pretty white and gold trim robing, but now it's just frilly, dirty shit covered in blood, dust, and looked like a good bit of smoke and char on him too. Anyway, the burly guys, they were really fat. They looked like abominations from Warcraft. You could tell they had been put together. They did have the seam lines that abominations do, but they weren't falling apart like abominations. They did look pretty tumorous, though. Their faces are really small and scrunched up, actually, like they might have been people faces at some point. What the heck ring did we get? There's a dirty one. Rusted iron ring. Improves balance on poor footing. I think this just gives us poise. Oh, it allows us to just run through swamp areas. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that'll be very useful later on. So, I think that's it for this area now. We can get out of here. I can't jump down. Anyway, I lost sight of those folks because my plan was to get the fuck out, right? Can I level up much? I can level up twice, okay. How's my equipment load going? Let's see, right now, wearing the stuff we have the medium roll, I think. And in terms of what we have equipped, 40 out of 97, which is just under half. I'd like to be able to wear even heavier armor, but I think I'll just continue leveling up our stats sort of just equally. So I'm a coward. And let's warp out of here. The reason I waited to get the bowl, or to come here until I had the bowl, is so that I could teleport around. Very convenient. Now we're going to, instead of going to go to the Four Kings, we're going to go back to Anor Londo. Because there's a new thing to do there. You might remember we got a doll at the place where we started this game just now. And that will allow us entry into the Painted World. Painted World, I believe, was a DLC level. Maybe? Maybe. I don't quite recall. But it is a pretty nice place. It's really not too hard for experienced people. I mean, I'm sure I'll die there a million times, but it's not as bad if you know what you're doing compared to the first time through. It's like Sen's Fortress. It's not really full of traps. It's really easy to get lost, and the enemies prey on a decision. Anyway, back to the dream. So the slaughter had happened. The murder of thousands of poor, unsuspecting, incompetent students. And, well, what was I to do? Well, climb the floor down, get out of the building, escape. I know I went through trials and tribulations getting out. I don't remember them. The dream happened yesterday, and really, over the dream, of course, I woke up a couple times because it got pretty scary. But I know I saw people who were large swaths of folks who were dressed up like, I don't know what the proper terminology is, but like Muslim women or Arabic women who have like most of their body clothed, so you can't see their the hair. They were clearly religious clothing, though. It wasn't just like everyday stuff. And it's not that they were wearing this stuff, you know, before all this happened. I think what had happened is there was a lot of what they were folks who they had good grades, and it was mostly girls, but there were guys there too, which is not surprising. I think generally girls have better grades than guys, but I think what was happening is that the people who had good grades, they were required to join the cult of these folks who had terrorized the school. They would be killed otherwise. They seemed pretty subservient. I'm sure they had seen lots of torture and death during just a couple of maybe even minutes that it's happened since we started. This is a very pretty painting. Bridge nearby, unfortunately low resolution. Hey, I'm trying to admire your art. And further out, can't quite make it because it's dark, but there's a castle on a giant mountain hill. Anyway, let's touch it. You ever play Super Mario 64? Clearly the authors of this game have. Don't touch paintings. What? Oh no, the painting touched back. Here we go. Also Super Mario Sunshine did this. Anyway, now we're on the bridge. Alas, the bridge is broken that way. I guess there's only one way we can go. Are you afraid of heights? Clearly my character isn't. Yeah, so if you didn't know what was going on and you had not gotten that bowl already, the cereal bowl of fate, then you'd be stuck here until you complete the zone. We can teleport out because, you know, I knew what I was doing. But not everyone does. This is a strange sort of... Oh, I've never gone over here. Is there a secret? No. Just snow. I do like the sound of my footsteps in the snow. Very well designed. This place is funny. It's a place created to keep what may be the daughter of Guinevere and Seath, a horrible intermingling of giant sexy titty goddess and albino scaleless legless dragon. Many, many forsaken undead were brought here. Many, many forsaken undead went hollow here. They seem to guard this area with their lives, but I don't know if they do it against their own will. At least there are crows here, and not giant ones. This is a place very related to the goddess Velka, also another word for crow god in some Scandinavian language, I think. And it's really pretty, covered in snow. That's your snow level. Hey! Don't do that, boyo! Although these are the enemies from the beginning of the game and they're very poorly armed, they do a significant portion of damage. And they run at you and trick you and surprise you coming out of dark areas and the like. And there's far worse than that here and there, like poisonmans, for which our fireballs will be useful. That's not a poisonman. There they are. Big tumorous bloaty fucks. Not fun to kill. Shoot them with fire. Any sort of ranged will do. When they die, they release that black plume. Yeah, I'll try and kill one with my sword, but from far away. Ah, no. Toxics. Very painful for those who have no idea what they're doing. Get toxic by them. Deals shit tons of damage. That's okay. There's lots of items around here that we'll go around collecting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill out, guys. Back to the dream. I know I saw the religious man and his cronies, but first time getting out of the building, I managed to sneak my way out. Many times, people who were with me were killed. I tried to help people out, I think, but no one really else but me was able to escape. Remember I said this place is sanctioned by the goddess Velka? Well, here's a bunch of naked crow girls. And if we come over here to get the item... Oh, I thought the naked crow girls would come over here. They're watching, though. They know. They want me and my juicy, juicy blood. Dried finger. Oh, now the crow girls come. Well, crow girls, no fun for you. Just knock them off the ledge. Oh, now you have to jump off the ledge. I'm not quite sure where they're at. I have a feeling I will die soon and I can't quite see here. Oh, nice little wooden area. Do I hear dogs? Yes, I do. Down below, in the place where you can fall, there are dogs. So we're back to where we were. There's the poison man I killed. And this is really good. You get a view of all the areas pretty easily. Courtyard, some sort of flesh phalanx thing. Pretty cool. Of course, the birds. Despoids. We'll go over here to the courtyard and the well and all that other good stuff. But before we get down there, let's see if we can't get ourselves killed for no reason. Huh? Huh? Does that sound amenable to you? Oh, they're pygmy rats that sound like dogs. Alright. Well, let's make sure we don't get double poisoned. Fuck you, pygmy rats, with your big mohawks. What's down here? Soul of a brave warrior. I guess it's my soul now, because I'm a brave warrior too. Anyway, I make it out of this horror show of a university, and I run over to try and find help. But before I find any of that, instead first I find, to my surprise, someone who wants me to help them get back in. Someone who tells me we gotta go and help these folks. He's already called the police, but they won't be here in time to save the many lives that we could save instead. And my stupid ass agrees with him. I don't even remember what he looked like. It was, I think, a guy. Maybe he was a woman. Who knows? You can't poison me again, nerd. Anyway, so we go in, and we begin at this large foyer. It's a very large room at the center of the building. It doesn't have any other floors. Instead, you can see little balconies of all the other floors, because it's sort of in the center part of the building. And it goes all the way to the top, 10 floors up, to big glass domes with green metal frames. Very cool sort of place, very ornate. One side of the room, staircase, another side, a wall covered in morgue shelving, you know, all that shit that they use to put together lots and lots of dead bodies for cold storage. Very cool place, except for some reason it had the corpse storage, but, you know, glossing over that, it was really cool. Big stone and metal arches, large glass windows. I would have loved to, you know, be involved with that location if it wasn't so deadly. We need to go to a courtyard. I don't remember exactly where that is. There's a corpse of a undead dragon over there, and that pillar is the end of this level. We're gonna run out of health here. Shoot. Alright, well, let's jump down. Where does this lead us? More jumping down? No. We might just die before we can accomplish anything. this heckin' poison's gonna get my guts. Alright. I have no idea where it was. Oh, look! It's bird butt! Aha! I looked at your butt. Disgusting bird monster. Anyway. So, we get in there and we're planning. Where should we go? Take the stairs? Find some access stairs maybe. Something where we won't be found on our way to saving the people. And as we're planning, we hear the gurgling and whispering, moaning evil sounds of the religious cult leader and his gigantic croneman. And so we decide, let's hide in the morgue freezers for bodies. What a cool idea. So, my friend scrambles up a couple, and I think to myself, that's not very safe. What if they check? I'll scramble up many of those. Hide as high up as it can get. That way, it'll be harder for them to find me if they start checking these, right? So I do. But because of that, I don't have very much time to close the door. It's kind of ajar. Scary, yes, but I can see at least a little bit so I can react if they are searching towards mine. Right? I can at least try and run away. Anyway, I go and... we don't need to go up here. I go and hide and sort of close my thing before the guy comes around, and he seems to be perpetually mumbling out this spooky sermon thing. And they start walking through the foyer. If I do a one-handed heavy thing, and then... Oh. Let's not die and lose our souls, shall we? Ah, I got toxic again. I really have to use the fire to not get toxic. Oh well. We can get our souls back at least. I'm not really sure where I was. Yes, we did this. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Whoa! I somehow phased through his fire. Cool. Oh, he can double toxic me. I think it was like bringing it back up to max. Inefficient gameplay on my part. Whoopsie. Where the heck? Okay, I think I dropped down here for sure. Souls? Souls, here we go. Okay, how do we get out of this pitfall area here? Do we jump down somewhere? So the guy... Yeah, we can drop down here. It's a long drop though. That looks like it'll kill me. Whoa. How about you do it first? Oh. Didn't get any souls, so I guess he survived. Well, I'm not sure if there's any other way out of this place, so immediately finds another way out of this place. What's this? Somewhere we haven't been? We have been here, I think, but maybe? Where does this lead? Ah, yes, the rats. Oh, and I didn't see this other door, I don't think. Okay. Whoa. Oh. So the guy and his two cronies, they step into the foyer, and he's mumbling out his sermon. Hands up in a semi-prayer position, clasping each other, and he slows and stops and turns to the morgue holders and decides to open some of them, ordering his cronies, check inside, there may be people. He doesn't say anything, but I know he ordered them, somehow. Maybe they can talk in their minds. I don't know. Creepy. Anyway, one of them starts opening the morgue holes, and I am terrified that they'll find me. Am I getting more poisoned? No. Okay, so I can't get further poisoned. Double poison is not real. But as he's opening them, down and to the right, he finds not me, and not my friend who hid here too, but someone else. Someone else who had been hiding, even before we had arrived. It's scary to think that there was someone hiding in a room that we had just been talking in. But this man is found, and immediately disposed of by these giant monsters. I got to see their weapons in action, finally. Less weapons and more just items of mass destruction, really. Okay, so here's the flesh phalanx. We don't want to deal with this right now. We need to open up a shortcut. I think it's this? No, that's not it. We've got a timer now in the form of our health bars. Some way to open... Oh, this is it! This is it! Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! And this brings us back to bonfire! You can tell it's a very confusing place. Anyway. So. The guy is found in his hiding spot. The giant monster raises, with one hand only, this slab of rusty, jagged metal he's been dragging around, kind of like Pyramid Head's weapon, and cleaves this guy in half. He's not really cleanly cut, because it's not a very sharp implement anyway. It's almost as though he just smashed the middle part, such that most of his body was cut in half. I couldn't really see what happened, but I could hear the horrible crunching of bones and squishing of muscle, blood, and sinew. It was not pleasant, and it scared me. Fuck, it scared me. Because I knew that would be me if they found me. So the guy's killed. And further orders are given to... Oh, we should... Well, let's kill this. Let me just show you what it's like to kill this phalanx thing. It's a funny sort of guy, because they got all these shields, right? And they turn very slowly. They have lots of health, too. They deal a shit ton of damage. The intelligent thing is to kind of run around them, find a couple who are facing the wrong way, give them the what for, and then continue your journey. Killing them in one shot is going to be your ideal choice, and you want to kill multiple of them if you can, since it's kind of annoying to deal with them once they start to separate out. But getting the stragglers is not bad. You saw they took out about a third of my HP. They have these spears that they have ranged weapons as, and they're spears that they rip out of their backs. Let's see if we can get this guy to toss one at me. Come on. See that guy? He pulled it out of his back. Let's see it happen again. Throws a spear, reaches back, pulls it out of his own. Quite a disgusting monster, honestly. I don't know what happened to these guys. I feel bad for them. I think they must be multiple people fused into one. And they've sort of become slug-like. Wait a second. People turning into slugs. Is that a JoJo reference? Anyway. So. The monstrosities continue opening the morgues, sure that there must be another hidden there, and instead of finding me, thank God I was so high up, they find my friend. I'd only just met them. I don't know if it was male or female, but I do know that it screamed horribly and is found writhing, shaking, terrified of what would happen to it. And of course, I couldn't see it. It was too far below, but I could hear it becoming more mush than man after getting slaughtered. And after that, the folks, well, they found their quarry. Surely there couldn't be a third hiding. But they kept looking, and they kept looking, and they were getting close to me. But a group of people ran in and ran out, and they decided, hey, how many more could they find in the morgues? But surely they had just found at least 10 that they could slaughter. They went after them, left me alone. I climbed down from this morgue shit. I think at some point there, I decided to wake myself up in fear. And I had gone back to sleep, and they were gone. Climbed down off of the morgues things and decided to continue my mission. I was already in, wasn't I? And I knew they had gone the way of the exit, so I might as well go the other way. Probably the safest choice, and see if I can free some people, help them out. You notice here these are cages, some of which are open, some of which are not. I do not know what exactly these cages were transporting, but at least some of them have not just been opened, some of them have been broken open. Look at that. Whatever was in there is strong enough to break the metal. Chains on the top may be used by some sort of giant crane or something to lift and drop the people onto the snowy mountain. I don't know if this painted world is real. It may be a real place somewhere far away, the painting only a portal to another location, not another realm. But it's cool anyway, isn't it? Luckily I can't no more here. Acid Surge! That's a kind of a funny ability. It lets you decay the weapons and armor of the enemy. I don't know how useful it is, and I don't know how much damage it does. We could try it out in a bit. What should I do? I don't have very much Estus left over. How about I will consume a humanity, become stronger, and then purposefully be invaded by an invader I know is around here. A cool invader who wears a big yellow hat. God tried to get me. He tried. Anyway, I decide to climb up a few floors at least, and I find again the large swaths of praying, huddled, hooded folks who were being converted by force. And I tried to get them to follow me out, to escape and survive, but they refused. The turrets still around were making it difficult to move around, and there was at one point a part where I was definitely trapped by turrets. I stuck my hand out to see if they could see me, and yes, my hand was shot. It didn't hurt, and it didn't seem to do much damage, maybe only a grazing wound, but it was confirmation that they were still deadly, and that I definitely didn't have the grades to survive this debacle anyway. The folks didn't want to leave. I think the most terrifying thing about the dream was that within only an hour or so of this horror that had been going on, already hundreds and hundreds of people had been converted to this religion where they knew that it was their place to be here, shepherded by these terrorist monsters. Anyway, because of that horror, I decided to give up and escape on my own, and so I did. It was actually pretty easy. I think I jumped out a window down into a pile of corpses, actually. I guess a bunch of corpses had been thrown out the window, but they were nice enough to cushion my fall, and I escaped. And I escaped. I was in the city suddenly. I guess this old building had been built around, had been there for so many years that a city had sprouted up around it, and quite a modern city with skyscrapers all around. I figured I surely can find somebody to help me arrange a rescue force. But I was having trouble finding other people. I couldn't find anyone on the street, so I decided let's go up into a building. I did see people going up into the buildings and climbing up stairs and elevators and such, so what was going on? Well, I ran up the stairs, somehow went up many flights of stairs very quickly. I don't remember that part. That seems to have been glossed over in my mind. What was not glossed over in my mind is that when I got to some of the higher up floors, 20 or 30 floors up, you know, definitely in the skyscraper parts of the skyscraper. Where the fuck am I going? I need to go to that snowy cliff area again. Is this it? No, there's a well here, which we'll go down later. Snowy cliff area? Stupid phalanx people. They're annoying. Here we go. Stairs up, stairs down. If I walk around here, I should be invaded by the spirit of the Yellow King. A reference to Cthulhu mythos, as well as very old religious texts. Very old. Funny thing, you know. Fuck. I lost my humanity to a couple of regular old hollows. Whoopsie daisy. Well, it's punishment for letting my mind get somewhere else. It's okay, I have lots of humanity. Bring me back to the land of having a pretty face. Check this out. Boom. Isn't she beautiful? That's not makeup. No, that's just au naturel, giganto lips, nose, and concave face. Anyway, back to the dream. I am climbing these stairs, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people on these rooftops. The building I'm on is not completed, so we're out. So we're on these sort of unconstructed floors of a skyscraper. Above us, only the, you know, the structure of a skyscraper. Again, cement edges, cement stairs, but no railings, no walls, no windows, no safety features at all. And everyone seems to be staring off into the distance. A very bright light emanating from it. It wasn't the sun, but it was bright enough to make it seem like sunset. Ha, that guy fell off. Dork. I couldn't really tell what it was, but some people entranced by it, some terrified, some almost praying to it. Maybe it had something to do with the horrible monsters that were taking over my university. But it didn't matter, because there it is, King Jeremiah. Where are you, Jeremy? There he is. He's yellow. Well, he's red. He's orange now. All of his clothing is red. He uses fire pyromancy. I believe he has a whip and a crossbow. He's a really cool enemy to fight with. You have to be smart. He's very strong at medium range. But pyromancy costs time, Jeremy. Time that you do not have. Ah, trying to use melee. An honest endeavor, but a mistake as well. 30,000 souls from King Jeremiah. And what else but a whip? Truly terrifying. Anyway. So as the people entranced in the light, so entranced that they could not even hear me pleading them for help, I became interested in it too, and trying to figure out what the fuck it was. What was going on? What was so entrancing about this second sun? I decided to stare at it as well, holding on to the railing of only this most recently constructed floor. Some people were higher up on the banisters, on the unbuilt sections of the building, trying to get the best views, and they could see on the other skyscrapers, on the other unbuilt floors of other buildings, hundreds and thousands of people all huddled on the sides of building closest to the light. And I, entranced in the view, noticed pebbles falling from the sky. So only tiny, tiny small ones, but even pebbles of cement hurt noticeably. And I looked up and saw that the unbuilt portions of the building above me were shaking. They're shaking, and the unbuilt portions of the building below me were shaking, and there seemed to have been an earthquake, not really one where things were shifting left and right so that massive buildings would topple over. No, it was more like a vibration. It would be wonderful if a chair vibrated that way, but if hundreds of skyscraper buildings vibrate that way, that's rather terrifying. Some of them collapsed almost immediately. Mine only collapsed on the unbuilt sections, dropping rubble and stone and pillars down onto our watching audience. I was lucky enough not to have been killed instantly. Some people definitely were. I fell down. The floor beneath me broke into a more constructed office area, and I could see and hear people above me being killed. I guess I was lucky that I fell and suffered only minor, if any, injuries at all. I figured if there's an earthquake, I'd rather be at the bottom of the building, see if I can get into the streets, than be at the top. Can we kindle this again? No. Well, as I made my way down, I had given up on our ability to find people for help. I had given up on the ability to help anyone on my own. And as I got down to some of the lower floors, I looked out the windows and I could see meteors coming down. The second sun in the distance lower than it was before, the whole of the sky orange and red. Even the floor down with the light had become orange and red. You've seen this, I'm sure, at some time in your life, but it was unnatural because the sun, our sun, was still high in the sky. I think it was late morning, maybe shortly after noon. But the second sun was causing some trouble. I don't know what the connection might have been between the sun, the terrorist monsters. I don't know how the earthquakes and the meteors might be assisting those. Maybe it was some sort of end-of-the-world scenario, and these cultists had emerged to help ensure people were raptured correctly. Maybe the rapture was for the people with poor grades, the ones with good ones forced to join a religion so they could learn to have bad grades. I don't know. It all sounds quite Cthulhu-y now. I wish giant tentacle monsters had popped up, but that didn't happen. At least not in my dream. It was a scary enough dream. I woke up several times while I was experiencing, and I can remember it very clearly as well. Yesterday I forgot it for most of the day, but it was one of those situations where you wake up and you are so sure you don't want to go back to sleep because you know the dream will continue. That happens to me very often. If I sleep again, the dream continues until the night is done. It's not like I can speed up the night, but you don't want to sit there in your room alone in the dark, not being able to dream. So of course I fell asleep again, and in the morning when the light was out, I woke up, but I was still sleepy. Of course I hadn't rested. What I had done was watch a series of self-inflicted horror movies instead. So I decided to sleep 2 more hours. I didn't dream again. At least I don't remember if I did. And I think I'm glad not to. Alright. Going down this well, I think, is a mistake. We must find stairwells. Hey, a stairwell. Nice. Anyway, that was the dream I had last night. It was, or yesterday night. It was scary, yeah, but I survived. Look, I'm so strong I can kick this chain into breaking. Or rope. Anyway. The dream I had last night was very compensatory. I rather enjoyed it. This is a funny dream. I was a very, very rich person. Still my own age. I know I had become rich by inventing things. I had so many gadgets that I know I had made on my own. I don't remember feeling particularly smart. The when I felt smart was not in my ability to create. Oh, we definitely want our shield here. But instead in my ability to find creative, useful, intelligent uses for the things I had made. These items are tricks. See these bone wheelmen? They're very deadly. You can't let them bone you into death. Instead, we will lure them to ourselves, dodge their wheel attack, and kill them. Their trap becomes their downfall, and then, only then, will we allow ourselves to be allured by the items they have set up for us. Oh. Oh, that guy missed us on his own. Lucky. I was a rich man. I didn't have a mansion, but it was a pretty big house. It was valuable because it was in the city. It had its own freeway and its own racetrack. I had lots of cars and a garage that looked like that of Tony Stark's. There was a couple things that I used repeatedly during my time there. The items that I made all had a special property. All of them could be miniaturized. You grab it with your thumb and forefinger and pinch it. It would become smaller, more portable. And I myself was wearing clothing that gave me the strength to carry that equipment. It didn't give me super strength, but specifically the miniaturized things could be picked up and manipulated very easily by me. I don't know if other people could manipulate them. Maybe that was a facet of my clothing as well. But I had also a pen laser. It was not a pen, actually. I think it was just a laser pointer. It had a flashlight attachment too, and most importantly, if you shot the laser at any particular object with intent to do so, you could pick it up, manipulate it. It was an anti-gravity laser. I don't remember all the things I did. I mostly just had fun. Alright. Statue turns around. The bloody, bleeding eyes staring at the door. And the door opens. That's a creepy mechanism you got here, castle. But it's also filled with zombies and horrible monstrosities, so who am I to judge? Anyway. There's another door. And we can explore around here. Let's see if we can find it. It leads and connects up with the well. I don't know if we have to, if it's a secret door though. I don't know. Darkness does not help. Well, let's try smashing some walls. Anyway, some of the things I did involved racing around my cars at some point. Ah, this is it. I know the wheel skeletons are here too. Narrow corridors are precisely where you do not wish to fight them. I'll hold my shield up and be ready. Look around corners for them too. There's a bugger. One of them. Come at me, boyo. Luckily... Oh, I was about to say they can't do turns super well, but this one can, I guess. No! No spinning! Oh shit, he began spinning. Oh fuck! Oh, his ally got me. His ally got... A well-deserved death. I'll recruit my souls another way as I continue this story. Some of the things I did was ride around in my cars. I could miniaturize them no problem, so that I would transport them by putting them in my back seat. They wouldn't get that small, but, you know, they'd become like kind of large RC sized. Maybe 2 feet by a foot, these cars were. And for, you know, cars that were normally like 20 feet long, is that how big cars are supposed to be? I don't remember. Anyway, they were miniaturized. They could be transported easily. I know, too, I had a friend who hung out with me. I think he might have been rich, but not smart like me. And I had tricked him a couple times into trying to pick up these toy cars, and he couldn't. And he was frustrated. And I told him, ha ha ha, they're real cars that are miniaturized. Ha ha ha. Anyway. Skeletons? Oh! There's my souls. There's probably that same guy who murdered me, too. Gotcha. That's another one. No. It's a dead end? Yes. Can't see one down that corner. Or that one. Alright, well, I got this. Souls. 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 This corner? This underground maze tunnel structure, I believe, has like just one item. There is something. I don't even know if I've already picked up some items. Alright, pick up the item. Annex key. Where the fuck is that gonna lead me? But I think that's the one item that we needed. Let's explore a little bit more. Probably get myself killed too. I think we might have already killed all the skellies. Is this the door? I think that's the door to the bigger area. Let's not open that. Okay. Not a big maze, but a scary one. Okay. Out of the sewers. Fuck the sewer. Oh my gosh! Phalanxmen. You know, they're more dangerous when they're not in their phalanx. Funnily enough. Is this the annex? I like this little, like, church area. It is the annex. What is the annex? What does it have for us? The secrets that it can share. Let them be shared. We raced around in our cars. One time I made the car bigger, big enough for him to sit in, but really not much else. His feet and his butt fit. The steering wheel tiny enough so that it could be held by a set of two pinching fingers, but not really big enough to actually really use. Bunched me. I'm gonna shoot fire at him in retaliation. Oh! Oh! Bird lady, no! We need to heal. Another bird lady? And this is a bad place because these guys are gonna like, oh, there's a fireman in there. Okay. I'm freaking out. Yeah. I well-deserved death. Freaking out is a bad choice. Anyway, so he was doing like, this funny little clown car thing while he was racing at like 70 and 80 miles an hour. I know that's very unsafe, but, you know, it was a fun dream. There was no fear to be had. I don't know, maybe this stuff in my private freeway. There were other cars there, not many, though. I think people did use it for public transportation. Anyway, is this the annex? Is it? No. Let's get back over to the annex. We had some fun. I used my laser pointer to pick up his car when it like flipped over and ride it again, and we miniaturized things, and we had to transport the cars here and there. And at some point, we decided to join the military, and I knew that I couldn't climb a rope very well at all. I mean, I've never really been able to due to being overweight, but I have been losing a lot of weight recently, and I felt like I might be able to do it because of that. Where am I? Oh, this is where it was. Okay. So, let's kill this fire guy, who is the one who is at the stairs. Is he dead? Yes. Next, we'll kill this fire guy. Whoops. He's running. No poison? No poison. Alright, now we need the shield. And the girls, gonna come. I don't want to fight both of them at a time. If they land on you when they do that attack, they land on your shoulders and peck your face. It's a very, very deadly attack. Luckily, staggering them into the floor is a good way to kill them. Got a nice set of button legs there, though the crow feet are not very attractive. Also, the fact that the top of your body is disgusting. It's not very attractive. Nice slim waist, though. Also, I can't tell if they must be males, I guess. They don't have breasts. I know lots of people consider them females, though. Wonder why. Maybe it's because their butts are pretty. Bye-bye, corpse. Anyway. What's up here? Oh, that's cool. We could see them flying. Oh, there's two of them again! Uh-oh. Lucky. Alright. I don't even know why I picked up. I doubt it's worth it, but the completionist in me needed it. I'm not a very good completionist, though. I just like getting stuff. Who doesn't like getting stuff? Come on. Mask of Velka. Ooh. I guess he died here. He was the guy who sold us the anti-sin stuff. Well, we can go that way now. There's also a door leading past this gigantic corpse. I don't remember what the door itself does. Let's go do that. I'm pretty sure that way is the way to progress. I'm pretty sure. We'll see what this other door do. How do I get to the other door? And what's all these sounds? Oh! Oh, ass. Oh wait, no, this is supposed to happen. It's okay. So this disgusting zombie dinosaur, he shoots poison goop. Attack him, hit his face, and then retreat. Don't get poison gooped, don't get hit. Pretty simple fight, right? Poison goop this side. Use this opportunity to run over to this side, attack him. Then jump down, don't let him hit us. Oh shit, poison gooped again. Oh, this time he poison gooped to the middle. I guess he's vomiting instead of using his flame breath. Pretty terrifying. Makes sense that an undead dragon would be vomiting poison. Very thematic. Kind of feel bad fighting something like this. It's, you know, it shouldn't even be alive. Actually, maybe I should kill it. He's an affront to nature, and his life is pain. Oh shit! Poison goop! Alright. Let's mix it up. We'll go to this side. So just poisoning gooping that side now. Come on, do this one. Yep, just poison goops that side too. Oh, but his head is too tall now. Yeah, so we have to do this left side. I don't know. It's an easy thing to lose this fight, but it's not really a fight, you know? It's more like you're killing an elderly man. It's not like the elderly man can't fight back, but it's, you know, it's I don't know. I feel like this fight is really sad. There's no music too, which increases its sadness factor. Can we hit his head here? No. This is a sad thing I'm doing for sure. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I'm the wrong side of this goop. Well, I hope this doesn't hurt him too much. I hope he's so dead that he can't feel anything anymore. He deserves to be truly dead, though. I'm sure that in his real life he was a very pretty thing. Majestic with 2 big wings. Striking fear into the heart of adventurers everywhere. Now his wings are broken, his eyes missing, his horns withered down below the bone, his ears just drips of flesh left over from his former life. Teeth rotted away by his own poisonous gastric juices. Cobwebs of skin barely holding together sinew and what might have been muscle once. And now for an even sadder portion of his fate. Dragon Scale. Welcome to an additional bit of knowledge, which is kind of glitchy. What chased us over there was only the top half of his corpse. His torso and legs remain here, giant vertebra and meat. What may have been once beautiful fur or hair clinging barely to life. Bloody stump here, blocking our progress. Still somewhat alive, not quite dead. Can't be targeted. You can hit it. You know, your stuff, your weapons kind of do a little catch thing. They do when you hit something real. But I think this is intended to be able to actually hit. What you have to do a jumping attack. And it stands up. I believe this is actually intended to be a dead thing now. Quite the strange, sad shit going on down here. To progress, we jump down. Let's see what happens when we jump down here. That door over there is another way to progress. Maybe we weren't intended to be able to kill that half-dragon torso. It didn't seem to take damage, it was just... Oh! Tricky people all around, huh? Look at these boyos. And a Black Knight, for good measure. Let's give them a fireball to AoE them to death. Ah. Oh, the fireball went straight to his shield, huh? Well, Mr. Knight. Let's see what's up behind us. Big arena, fit for battle. Use the stairs to gain advantage. Oh, shit, bird women. Shit, not good. Bird women spooked me. Do not peck me. I do not want it. Is the knight still coming? No, he's retreating. Okay, good. A fair fight between me, a bird woman, and many random zombies. Okay. Knight. You and me. 1v1. Let's do it. Ow. Bam, though. Oh, I was too far down to be hit by him. Haha. He punished me for drinking. Well, it's a good fight night. Night fight. It was a good night fight and a fight night. Anyway, let's continue on to the boss. Actually, I'm going to go over... Let's try it. Come on. I got 2 Estus left. Let's do it. Let's see if we can't defeat good old lady. Good old lady. This is an optional boss, this woman. She's a very, very nice young woman. Also the waifu of many, many. An agility hero, since she's got the scythe, and she's not wearing shoes. Very cute. She's covered in this furry dress. But I actually must tell you that it's not a dress. She's half dragon, furry, half woman, god. She's got little tiny horns on her face, her eyes yellow, maybe she has liver damage, but the pupils green and suggesting her dragon lineage. Fingers dainty, pale even, and hair spiky, almost rigid. Not quite sure if it's really hair or maybe some chitinous dragon scales. Very dainty tail, too, which we can chop off. Let's talk to her before we murder this
Who art thou?
half-goddess.
One of us thou art not.
You right.
If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
So, here's the story with this semi-abomination. It's what may be definitely some sort of experiment from Seath, the scaleless wizard, scientist, dragon. He trying to create a source of immortality for himself, recreate the scales that he was born without, the legs that are for him disgusting, writhing stumps. He may have mated with Guinevere, or maybe just taken some DNA from the gods, which probably is a friendlier way to put it, and created this monstrosity, which, considered a monstrosity by Gwyn and the other normal lightning sun gods, was banished to the painted world and protected here by all of those other things, the painting guardians, white-clothed guys outside of the painting, and in here by hundreds of devoted undead and Velkas, crow ladies.
Thou must returneth whence thou camest.
And she lets us go.
This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
And she's a friendly sort of thing. She can fight. She's ready to defend herself. People have gotten here. So far no one has defeated her, and some, in fact, have been allowed to simply leave. This prison, for her, is almost more of a home than anything else. The Xanthus shit is here. Potentially this guy that we bought earlier was an invader, was trying to kill her and was defeated. Potentially he was trying to work for her and in his defeat hollowed out. But unfortunately it is time for us to fight. See, her tail, fluffy as it is a weapon. A cool weapon that we must have. So, though a lot of people worship her as being very pretty, and she's so pretty that you can't quite see her. She's got this glow around her. Maybe she's moving so fast. This is only her after image. Anyway, time to kill.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
She doesn't want to kill us, but in her defense, she must. She turns invisible, like many anime bullshit things, but because this is a snowy land, we can see her footsteps. And just before she attacks, we know where roughly she'll be. Getting the, she is a dragon though, which means that she does drop her tail if you do enough damage to it directly. Did I not hit it then? Unfortunately, she has so little health that it's fucking easy to kill her without getting her tail. Oh. Her hitbox for the tail is small. Looks like we might not get it. No.
But why?
What seeketh thee? Why did we kill her? Well, I wanted the tail, but didn't get it. Oh well. It was cool. Plus, we have to kill these horrible abominations. Heresy is heresy, ain't it? Anyway. So this is how you escape to the painted world. You find the end of the painted world. A precipice. She said it was a plank, but there's no plank here at all. And like a true hero, you just take the plunge. And you wake up from the dream, having murdered a god. Well, at least a half-god. What happens if you combine an immortal god and a non-immortal dragon stock? Well, you get this weird dragon lady. Anyway, that's a sad thing that we have to do there. But we did it. We did it. And she gave us lots of souls. And we got that cool yellow armor. Anyway, we're done. We're done with Orlando. Or are we? Yeah, there's one more boss here, but I don't wish to fight him because he's a doozy. A doozy? We'll fight him later, when we're stronger, and his bullshit less strong. No, this is the wrong way we're going. Well, this is a good place to sign off. The bright moon lighting up our victory. It's been an hour and a half. This will be a good episode. I'll see you next time on The Chronicles of Jenny Two Leg. Good night.